G'day and welcome to another video with Better Pics. Hope this finds you all well. Today's video is a quick one looking at the Curves Adjustment tool within Adobe Camera Raw. It's always a good thing to remember that Curves is a great adjustment tool, gives you heaps of control, and with a little bit of practice you'll definitely feel comfortable to use it as a solid tool within your editing workflow. Alright, let's have a look at it. So you can see here under the Curves tab or panel, there's several options there, so if we just highlight over those we'll see exactly what they are. First one is what's called the parametric curve, and the next one along is the point curve. And then we've got a red, green, and blue option as well, so we can edit the red channel, the green channel, and the blue channel. As the name suggests, it allows us to use the curves tool to edit those specific color channels and make adjustments. We've also got the parametric curve targeted adjustment tool, and the shortcut for that, as you can see, is Control-Alt-Shift-T. We're going to have a look at that one and how it works. Now, you can see we've got the curves adjustment tool here, the main part which we'll use to make those adjustments. And then we've got down below highlights, lights, darks, and shadows. Keeping in mind that we've currently got the parametric curve selected, so which is why those options have appeared. If we go over to the point curve, you can see that it does change. And we've got some options down there as well: linear, medium contrast, strong contrast, and custom. All right, let's have a look at the parametric curve to begin with. So you can see as I highlight my cursor over the curve, it's actually selecting sections. And the main thing to compare that to is the next one, which is the point curve, which, as the name suggests, you'll be creating points of adjustment. So what it's doing is it's just selecting those sections or areas within the curve and the image. And it allows us to make more broader adjustments, a little bit less specific, but it's the thing I like about the parametric curve is it's a great place to learn how to use curves, because it kind of helps you by selecting those rough areas of the image based on tonal value. Now, the upper right hand side of the curve, you can see this 45-degree line here looks after the highlights, the central part looks after the midtones, and the bottom looks after the shadows. And you can see this image is a great example of having all of those elements within it. You can see up here in the sky, it's quite bright. That's definitely what you would consider to be highlights. Then we've got midtones within the buildings and the grass, and the darker tones of the image would be considered around these trees and these shadow areas. And you can see that there's a great curve sort of representing this image as well, and histogram, representing this image, showing us that we've got data and information in most parts of the image. All right, so if we click and drag up the lower left-hand part of the image, which is the shadow area, you can see that the shadows are starting to rise in brightness. If we click and drag down the upper right-hand part of the curve, you can see that it's adjusting the highlights. I'll make a big adjustment there so you can see. You can see that we're recovering or dealing with a lot of that sort of brighter tones. And certainly that middle section, you can see it's affecting the grass and the buildings, which, as I mentioned earlier, are closer to those midtones. Now, looking at the highlights, lights, darks, and shadows down the bottom here, you can see as I'm clicking and dragging those areas, those are being adjusted in real time. Now, if we want to take back those edits and go back to what the original image was, we just need to double click onto those sliders right there. There we go. Excellent. Now, as opposed to the point curve, as the name suggests, what it actually does is creates points. So you just click on that curve and it makes a point. And you can drag that point along the curve if you want to, but it allows us to create multiple points. And what that allows us to do is to make adjustments within certain parts of the image and anchor points on other parts of the curve so that we have full control over different parts of the image. I tend to use the point curve a little bit more just because I like the precision, but certainly the parametric curve allows us to make a little bit quicker edits and certainly still affect the parts of the image that we want to make adjustments to. So within the point curve, you can see, as I mentioned earlier, we've got linear, medium contrast, a strong contrast, and custom. If we go medium contrast, you can see that it just is like a default starting point for where we can start our own sort of custom edits. It puts in some points and gives just a small S-curve, which gives us a little bit increase in contrast. If we go down to strong contrast, you can see it's just putting a slightly stronger S-curve in there and giving us a more contrasty image. And if we go linear, then it just takes us back to the very beginning. Now, if we go to custom, that again just allows us to create a custom curve and make those adjustments as we see fit. Now, if any of these points you want to remove because it's just not working for the edit, all you need to do is hover over any of those points, double click, and it'll remove those points, and you can just continue going until all of those points are removed and you're back to the very beginning. Now, as the name suggests, with the different color channels that you can use the curve, if we select the red channel, for example, if we click and increase, then we're increasing red. And if we decrease, we're removing red. Same for the green channel. And of course, same for the blue channel as well. So increasing and decreasing those colors within those specific areas. Now, say for example, if we wanted to put a little bit of blue into the shadow areas, we would increase it in the shadow and maybe drag down the midtones and the highlights. We're going to do an extreme curve so you can see exactly what I mean. You can see how there's a much stronger blue color within the shadow areas as opposed to the midtones and the highlights. So as I mentioned, that's an extreme adjustment, but it just gives you, something viewable that will show you how you can adjust those specific colors to different tonal parts of the image. So that's a very, very handy and powerful tool as well if you want to make color adjustments to your image. Now, of course, with any software, when you're editing images or video, there's a bunch of tools where there's a certain overlap where they may do similar things. So in this case, you can use curves to adjust color, and of course you can use the color tab to adjust color. However, don't forget the curves tab because it is, or panel, it is a very, very powerful tool and definitely one that will help you to edit your images and get the look and the results that you're looking for. We're just going to stay on the point curve for a little bit longer, and one more thing that I will mention is that you can actually edit the points or the anchor points in each of the corners, so the upper right hand corner and the lower corner as well. Now, that lower left hand corner, if I click and drag that point along the bottom, you can see it's giving us really strong contrast, and it's affecting the black point of the image. Similarly, if I click and drag up, it's raising the blacks, so you can see it's bringing in or raising the brightness of the shadow areas. Now, on the other side, with the whites or the bright areas of the image, if we click and drag, you can see it is bringing up the whites and making them brighter, particularly in this part of the image. And if we click and drag down, you can see that it's bringing in or bringing down the white areas. And you've got to be very careful with both of these points because they can give a little bit of a muddy, very flat look if you push them too far. But there's certainly a great way to affect not only the lower, middle, and upper tones of the image, but certainly the black and white points as well. This is proof that you have complete control over all parts of the image, and there's plenty of opportunity and options there to be able to adjust your image using the curves panel. Hope you've enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, and as always, any questions are welcome in the comments below, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.